Chronic Roach and High Hopper, Volume 1, The Bounce Begins. Chapter 1, Echoes of Greensprout. The moon hung heavy over the overgrown ruins of Greensprout Labs, a ghost of a facility once dedicated to radical eco-research. The jungle had taken it back, roots crawling over shattered glass and vines choking rusted metal. It was here that Chronic Roach had been reborn, and now, something was calling him back. He crept silently across the crumbled floor, wings tucked tight, eyes glowing faint green in the dark. I always knew I wasn't the only one changed that night, he thought. The compost wasn't the only thing glowing. A sudden rustle broke the stillness. A green blur shot across the lab's interior, spinning and flipping with uncanny grace, before landing on a busted console with a casual bounce. "Yo, chill, bro," the creature said, eyes wide and pupils like swirling spirals. "You almost zapped me with that chloroblast or whatever." Chronic Roach narrowed his gaze. The figure stood tall for an insect, lean, wiry legs, sleek exoskeleton, and a wild leaf-tied bandana fluttering in the breeze. "You've got some hops on you," Chronic Roach muttered. "Name's Roach. Chronic Roach." The newcomer grinned wide, antennae twitching. "Call me High Hopper. Got blasted by the same green juice, but I guess I came out bouncier." He crouched and sprang into a mid-air backflip, then clung to the ceiling with sticky biopads on his feet. His body emitted a subtle mist, a strange calming scent like lemongrass and ozone. "Dude's got style," Chronic thought. "Didn't know anyone else made it out of the blast," Roach said, stepping forward. "You good?" "Good. I'm vibin'." High Hopper's eyes flashed. "I can see in 4 dimensions now. Or maybe I just licked a weird leaf. Either way, I've been keeping tabs on the pests in the shadows. And something big's coming." They both froze as a low, unnatural roar echoed from the distant forest. The air turned sour, tainted by the scent of oil, rust, and something darker. Chronic Roach's wings buzzed slightly, his life emblem glowing with bioluminescent defiance. "Then it's time to team up." High Hopper held up a spindly hand for a high five, a tiny joint wrapped in fern tucked behind his antenna. "Let's bounce."
Bug Dimensions. The Invasion of the Smog Spawn. Chapter 1. When the sky cracked open. It started with a rip in the sky. A violet gash sliced across the clouds over Grimeville, spraying toxic mist and hurling debris across the skyline. Factories went dark. Animals fled the forests. And through the rip, they came. The Smog Spawn. 6-sided, sludge-skinned interdimensional parasites from the universe of Polytrax 7, a realm where carbon is currency and waste is worshipped. Their goal? Infect Earth's atmosphere, replace oxygen with black vapor, and terraform it into their hellish homeland. As buildings crumbled and oceans hissed with chemicals, 2 green blurs darted through the smoke. Chapter 2. Green Strikes Back. From the compost crypt beneath the city emerged Chronic Roach, cape billowing, joint blazing, eyes glowing with chlorophyll-fueled fury. High above him, High Hopper ricocheted off glass towers and vines, yelling, "High Hopper. Roach, we've got acid fog and meat blob aliens on 12th Street. Time to bounce, bro." Chronic Roach gritting his mandibles. Time to take out the trash. Interdimensional style. Chronic Roach unleashed a root slam, punching the ground and sending hemp vines bursting through the pavement, snaring the nearest smog spawn. High Hopper twirled midair and spat a spore bomb, a mix of pollen and pheromone gas, confusing the creatures and causing one to eat its own tail. But they weren't winning. Chapter 3. The Smokebreak Revelation. Cornered in the ruins of an old hemp lab, Roach lit up his emergency stash, the Ganga of Gaia, a last resort leaf blessed by Earth's spirit herself. The smoke spiraled into the air, and Roach spoke ancient bug tongue. "Chronic Roach, by stem and soil, leaf and light, may nature rise in our darkest night." Suddenly, the rift pulsed. The earth beneath them responded. Trees surged from the cracks. Crystals grew from vines. High Hopper's eyes widened. He could now see the invaders' weak points. "High Hopper, yo! Their power cores are in their throats. We're about to exterminate intergalactic style." Chapter 4. Bugged Out Battle. The final battle took place in the skies over the city. Chronic Roach summoned a storm of pollen blades that shredded through the smog. High Hopper leapfrogged across lightning bolts, kicking parasites back through the dimensional tier. With one last burst of unity, they combined their powers. Roach channeled chloroblast energy. Hopper multiplied with quantum hops, hitting every enemy at once. Together, they created the green vortex, a swirling tunnel of pure, breathable air and natural energy that sucked the smog spawn back to their world. With a thundering crack, the rip sealed. Bugs saved the world. Grimeville skies cleared. Trees started growing again. People stopped and stared at the billboard that read, "Stay high, stay green, and keep the earth clean." Chronic Roach and High Hopper. Roach lit another joint. Hopper cracked his knuckles. They both looked at the stars above. Chronic Roach, if anything else comes through that sky, we'll be ready. High Hopper, yeah man. One leaf at a time.